we will call the called meeting to order. It is August the 5th, and we'll get this up and going. Before we move in, I know we just discussed one amendment to the agenda, so I would like to introduce that we add an item to the agenda for the emergency COVID pay. And if we could add that just as item 2, and then we'll move to do you guys have any questions about that? Do I have a motion we make that amendment to the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Any other discussion on that? All in favor? Do I have any additional amendments to the agenda that you'd like to consider?
Yes, I would like to move item number 2, the Human Resource Resolution Policy, down to number 5.
Okay.
And make 5 move down.
So replace that to 5 and then make the adjournment would be 6.
Correct.
So I have a move from Commissioner Denny to move the Human Resource Resolution Policy to item number 5. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any other discussion on that? All in favor? All right. So as we prepare to go into executive session, I'm going to read the items to go into executive session with. Item number 1 would be to discuss, deliberate the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal or periodic evaluation of a public officer or employee, or to interview candidates for executive positions. Would also like to add item 2, to discuss or vote or authorize negotiations to purchase, dispose of, or lease property, authorize ordering an appraisal related to the acquisition or disposal of real estate, enter into a contract to purchase, dispose of, or lease property subject to approval in subsequent public vote, or to enter into an option to purchase, dispose, or lease real estate subject to approval in a subsequent public vote. Do I have a move to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
So we're going to go into executive session, and then we'll reconvene following that. Well, actually, before we go into executive session, I did skip a step. We just moved an item, and I did not bring it up. So I've just skipped over where we moved the COVID emergency to actually entertain that. So before we go in, do I need to do a whole separate, or just bring this in? Okay, all right. I apologize about that. I was looking at one set, and I just hadn't made a note, and I moved right past it. So as we discussed in the work session with Human Resources under the emergency circumstances for the emergency COVID sick leave, to re-implement the policy that was used in 2020 to bring that back into play for our employees. Do I have a motion to re-implement that?
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion carries. I apologize for the change there. So it is now 10:54. We'll go into executive session, and then we'll reconvene following that. We are coming back at 12:05. The executive session minutes were read by Attorney Phil Andrew. Motion was made by Commissioner Denny and seconded by Commissioner Barnes to come out of executive session. Can I have a move to approve the minutes as read in session?
So moved.
Second.
So any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so the next item that we had moved on ours was on the human resources policy. And I believe there's a copy of a draft in each of your packets. The resolution would be to standardize the human resource policies and procedures of Pickens County government to enhance consistency of the management of its personnel in order to improve the efficiency of its workforce for the benefit and residents of others. The resolution, where you skip down to where it says, now therefore be it resolved, all personnel matters will be implemented, executed, and managed exclusively pursuant to the Pickens County Government Employee Handbook, the latest revision of which is October 15th, 2020. That all prior resolutions by this Board of Commissioners concerning implementation, execution, and management of any and all personnel matters are hereby suspended and rendered null and void. by this resolution, including any resolution from October 17th, 2019. Essentially, the resolution is to state that all employees will follow the employee handbook for personnel. Do I have a move to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. And that brings us to our adjournment. It is now 12:10. Do I get a move to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank y'all very much. I'm sorry for the long meeting.